Good morning to Madam Kamalasari. Today our group members will be presenting on preliminary estimate. There are 18 outlines that are being highlighted and will be discussed in our presentations today. Starting off, this is our group members. First is Abang Haziq Rushdi, second Annabelle, third myself Eugenius, fourth Muhammad Akif, fifth Raman Roy, last but not least Valerie. Preliminary estimates are used by client to get a basic idea of the cost and determine whether a project is financially feasible. The preliminary estimate may be used to establish how much money will be required or whether it can be afforded by client and with their current resources for the project. Thus, cost estimations and cost avoidance are made possible through cost planning, which is essential in the construction industry, and managers of construction projects relies on basic cost planning, which calls for creating and expediting project development procedures. In order to overcome the deficiencies of the current houses, the proposed project goal is to build new teacher accommodations at Sekolah Menengah Kebangsaan Muara Tuang in Semarahan, Sarawak, and the proposal seeks to offer a cozy living environment that complies with contemporary safety and standards and has all the amenities required. Thus, the Ministry of Education's financial assistance is anticipated to help the initiative to come fruition. As for our group, we propose a project which is called Cadangan Pembinaan Gantian 2 unit rumah guru di Sekolah Menengah Kebangsaan Muara Tuang, Semarahan, Sarawak. This proposed project is referred from a case study project which is Cadangan Pembinaan Gantian penuh 36 bilik darjah, 300 pelajar asrama, 12 unit rumah guru dan lain-lain di Sekolah Menengah Kebangsaan Sebuyau, Simunjan, Sarawak as stated in the drawing. The proposed project is a 2 blocks of 3-story quarters consisting of kitchen, dining area, living room, utilities room, 3 bedrooms including master bedroom, 3 bathrooms, drying room, and veranda for each unit. The land size that is required for this proposed project is 1,741 square meters. The quarters is designed based on rectangular shape as per request by client. These are the examples of phases of construction. First is planning and design, where particular assessments are carried out to ascertain the precise needs and specifications according to the client needs. Second is procurement, where it entails the process of purchasing the resources, materials, and services which is required for the project. And third, commencement of construction after the contract is granted, and last but not least, completion and handover of the project once it is completed to the client.
A quarters guru structure will be built as part of the planned project. The construction project includes preliminary work, provisional and prime kosam, piling work, substructure work, and superstructure work, services and external work. Consequently, the contractor's general duty and management arrangements are established through preliminary aspect, as specified in the specification of the design. The substructure work covers the part of the building subsurface work, such as foundation, ground slab, concreting, and other items. The scope of work for the superstructure includes all work that is constructed above ground level, including all finishes, door and windows, flooring, roof, columns, beams, slab upwards, and other items as specified in the design specification. The project scope of work involve a variety of services, also known as MEP services or mechanical and electrical and plumbing services. External building construction work is typically defined as supplemental work that is built on the same construction site as the building work, but it is not part of it. For example, typical external works include sewerage work, surface water drainage, and other things mentioned in the drawing requirements.
It is important to select a good team for a construction project because they contribute to knowledge, effective project management, quality assurance, teamwork, and problem-solving skills. Thus, the parties involved in this project, which is started off the client, is Kementerian Pendidikan Malaysia. The architect is Rizal Leslie SDN Berhad. Civil and Structural Engineer is Pernding Erasar SDN Berhad. Mechanical and Electrical Engineer is Jurutra Irias SDN Berhad. And Quantity Surveyor is Pakatan International Muhammad Ishaq and Rakan SDN Berhad.
For the location, the project is in Kota Samarahan, Sarawak. The location of the site is located on Lot 8101, Kota Samarahan, 94300 Kampong Bendang, Lumut, Sarawak. The project is a new building. The location that we propose is quite strategic because the proposed building is a residential for educators that work at SMK Moratuang. This is near to a supermarket, shop lots, a restaurant, a mosque, a fuel station, and others. In addition, this area has a friendly environment with many other residential areas. The proposed location is suitable for an educator that intends to stay at this proposed building. It makes them save more time without using any vehicle to go to their workplace.
The proposed project Quarters Guru is a new building project that is located at a strategic location with supermarkets, shop lots, a mosque, and a fuel station nearby. It is suitable for an educator that intends to stay in this proposed building. In addition, this can help them save more time in terms of traveling to places and to their workplace. Given that there is a presence of other buildings close to the construction site of the proposed project, careful planning may be necessary to maintain the security of current construction activities and reduce any disturbances to nearby structures. To resolve any issues, it may be necessary to coordinate with the neighborhood property owners and the local government. Last but not least, the proposed project's location is also close to a paved road that can make it easy to access the school and the construction site, streamlining transportation logistics throughout the project. Nevertheless, it is crucial to manage traffic and safety precautions, particularly if construction operation could affect or disrupt the regular flow of traffic. The proposed project will be constructed on saline gravelly soil, which poses challenges for construction. The high salt content in the soil makes it loose, fragile, and prone to erosion, affecting excavation, foundation, and overall structure stability. Corrosion-resistant materials and protective coatings are necessary to prevent accelerated corrosion and material deterioration, ensuring structural integrity and durability. The soil's moisture content can cause swelling, shrinkage, uneven settling, and cracks, requiring soil stabilization methods to improve engineering properties and reduce salt content. Saline clay soil has poor drainage, leading to waterlogging and increased salinity levels. Adequate drainage measures like installing system grading and managing surface water are essential to prevent water accumulation and potential structural damage.
As for schedule of accommodations, normally referred to as a schedule that consists of required services for a building. It provides a detailed breakdown of the components of the various components, such as their shapes, uses, and the locations of the building, where it benefits for the consultants as it acts as a reference in the form of schedules and also highlights the building requirements and informations needed for the construction professionals. This includes the specifications for the proposed project of the Block Rumah Guru. The following tables includes the schedules of wall, ceiling, floor finishes, and door, windows, and sanitary fittings.
During the preparation of a preliminary estimation cost for this project, the estimation used is a gross floor area method. The process involves measuring the gross floor area and multiplying it by the story of the building without any deduction that needed to be made. We are using this method because of its practicality, quickness, and ability to provide a full evaluation of building project scope. It enables stakeholders to make informed decisions early on, assists with budgeting and resources allocation, and promotes good communication across project teams. Besides, the gross floor area method is a use and a starting point for budget planning and resources allocation. The client can make educated judgment about design choices, funding possibilities, and scheduling by predicting costs based on the total floor area. This early assessment aids in the establishment of realistic goals, the management of expectation, and the avoidance of any cost overruns or delays.
Type and sources of cost data, primarily collected through business while secondary through public sources. Cost data can be in various sources such as previous project bill of quantity, tender price index by JKI and supplier rate. In this project, data are from previous project bill of quantity and May 2023 special release 2. The data are extracted from previous similar project and to create proposed project cost plan, estimate quantity method and element adjustment cost per square meter of GFA are utilized. Next is special release 2. In this project, the new price index forecast is 122.1 and the locality changed from Kuching to Kota Semarahan at a factor of 1.0.
The GFA quarters guru that we have calculated. This building is 3 stories height building and consists of 2 blocks. Total overall for one floor only is 290.08, which then times with 3-story height and 2 blocks. The total GFA for quarters guru is 1740.48 meters square. Calculating the cost per meter square GFA of the analyzed building with the proposed building yields the building works estimate. We have the cost per meter square GFA of the building work items from the previously examined building. Before utilizing indices, the cost per meter square GFA components are modified to update the historical cost, also known as the cost of the examined building, to the anticipated future expense. This is because there are slight differences between the planned buildings and the analyzed building's actual construction years. For the indices, we collected data from Sharon Haas to May 2023 and decided to use tender price index. Based on the cost adjustment that we have made, the cost per meter square GFA for the proposed building is RM 2,566,214.61 cent, which is exclusive of services, preliminaries, and external works elements. This cost needs to be updated to current price level as there is always changes in market condition and price level which affecting the labor market and materials in the future.
For the external works, the calculation for it can be done by applying the cost per meter square of gross floor area of the examined building. The approach and the cost information utilized in estimating the exterior works are similar to those employed in the prior of the project. First, utilizing the tender price index, we must update the sum of each component in the external work. As this will assist in calculating the entire update's current price. And once we know the specifics of the present pricing, we can calculate the new price for the proposed construction by dividing the total of the new structure by the total area of the similar analyzed building. Only then we can multiply it that the result by the sum of each component of the external work. The following table shall display the specifics of the external work.
We allotted a total of 20% of the building work budget for mechanical and electrical works, and percentage for each task are as follows. For mechanical works, 2% for firefighting services and 5% for cold water supply services with a total of RM 118,287 ringgit and 29 cent. Meanwhile, for the electrical services is 13%, which include extra low voltage works, which is 2%, telecommunications works 3%, and the electrical works itself is 8% with the total of RM 199,714 ringgit.
In terms of preliminary works, a portion of approximately 5% from the total construction cost has been allocated. This allocation encompasses various aspects including building works, piling, provisional sum, and external works. The adjustment of the total construction cost has been made to align with the proposed price level. For a more comprehensive breakdown of the estimation, detailed information can be found in the preliminary estimate form. For the preliminaries work calculation, it is 5% times by 314,913.63 cents plus by 2,566,214 and 61 cents plus by 7,303 and 60 cents plus by 347,975 ringgit and 65 cents, which is the total is 527,170 ringgit.
Contingency required for cost data estimation are spread into three sections that are the same as prior computation to allow the cost. The construction work, mechanical and electrical works and all exterior works are all granted a 5% allowance. The table below contains the estimate.
This table shows the summary breakdown prices of the proposed project. Total for preliminaries is 527,170 ringgit. For piling works is Rm 3,000, 14,913 and 63 cent. Next, for building works is 2,566,214.61 cent ringgit. For the external works is 1,243,353 ringgit point 61 cent. Both mechanical and external works total costs are 199,714 ringgit. Lastly, total for contingencies is 206,378 ringgit point 98 cent. Total provision for the total construction is 5,057,744 ringgit point 82 cents.
Due to the distinctive features of the building business, differences in parameters such as site circumstances, project complexity, and material needs, cost data in economics of construction has its limits. It is difficult to directly compare cost statistics between projects because of this project's specificity. And also there may be variations in the cost breakdowns, structure, and measurement units used by various contractors, subcontractors, and suppliers. It is challenging to gather and compare cost data across projects due to the absence of standardization. Here are some of the limitations, which is first, the limitations of collecting cost data, difficulties in acquiring complete information, the possibility of estimating errors, the subjectivity involved in judgment and interpretation, and the time and resource limitations faced by organizations all limit the ability to gather cost data. The comprehensiveness, correctness, and dependability of the cost data that has been gathered may be impacted by this restriction. Second is the limitations of applications of cost data. Applying cost data has some drawbacks, including contextual restrictions that limit its applicability globally, and the possibility that cost data will become dated or irrelevant in a changing business environment, the complexity of decision making, which involves many factors beyond cost data alone, and the constrained scope of cost data, which might not include non-financial factors. Thus, for better decision making, it is crucial to take into account this restriction and supplement cost statistics with additional pertinent information. Last but not least, adjustment of cost data. In the inaccuracy caused by the estimation and approximations, lack of precision due to existing adjustment methods, restrictions on flexibility, and the possibility of interpretation biases are some of the drawbacks in adjusting cost data. These assumptions and simplifications may not adequately account for the complexities of real-world scenarios. Thus, to maintain the precision and dependability of the adjustment statistic, it is crucial to be aware of these decision and proceed with caution when adjusting cost data.
Quantitative information and statistics can reveal the limitation of cost data. Exploring advanced technology like building information modeling and data analytics can suggest ways to improve cost data gathering and analysis. Supplementing or validating cost data with alternative sources like market data, benchmarking study, or industry standard can provide valuable context and insight. It is crucial to recognize the limitation of cost data while highlighting its significance and usefulness. Cost estimation and cost modeling technique along with the preliminary detailed extract are suitable approach. Preliminary estimate, also known as abstract cost estimate or budget estimate, are systematic calculations used at the beginning of a building or construction project to estimate potential costs. Project managers rely on industry benchmark from similar projects to plan for cost estimation in the early stages. The estimate quantity method and element adjustment cost per square meter of gross floor area (GFA) are used to generate the cost